Hey, what's going on, guys? EFK here, and well, I know it's been a while since I made a video on this channel and whatnot, so I just kind of want to talk about PlayStation on PC and why it makes sense. Now, for those who don't know, Sony got a bit of backlash recently because they announced they were going to start releasing their games on PC about 2 to 3 years after their PlayStation 5 debut. Now, I know you're going to get a lot of mixed topics. You're going to get a lot of people with mixed opinions on this. You know, people are going to be like, oh, how dare they put their games on PC? You know, this ruins PlayStation. But then you also have people that are like, well, I kind of want to play these games on PC. I don't want to buy a console. My PC is obviously really capable. I don't have a reason to buy a console, but I don't want to wait 2 to 3 years to play these games. Now, I'll be honest, there are some positives and negatives for both sides of the argument. To me, the biggest positive for Sony, and especially gamers, is obviously more variety when it comes to the games availability. For those who don't know, not everyone has a PS5, not everyone can own a PS5, and not everybody wants a PS5, you know? For example, I know I have a Steam Deck, right? I have no reason to have a PlayStation console or an Xbox Series console if I know the game's going to come to Steam. So why would I buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series console? Well, I've got no reason to, because I can just play the game on Steam. Now, I don't mind waiting for these Sony games to come to Steam, but I do feel like if Sony's going to bring their games to Steam later on than they are going to bring them to actual like PlayStation consoles, then at least they could do is throw up some of their retro titles like Ape Escape and whatnot to try and like fill the void and hold fans over until the games actually release. Now, why I think there's a positive to this is obviously, for those who know, the game library on PlayStation and Sony's IP portfolio is actually really good. It's actually really interesting. Obviously, you've got games like Ratchet and Clank, you've got Jak and Daxter, you've got Little Big Planet. You know, so many great gems in Sony's library. I'm kind of surprised it's taken them so long to really start, realizing how important PC gaming actually is. Because for those people who are going to be sitting there going, "Oh, but it's bad for Sony because the games aren't only on PlayStation." That is true. That is very true. But I will make an argument, and this is an argument I don't think people will really be able to refute. But the funding for the PlayStation division will increase if they do this. Now, well, think about this. Right, the sales of those games on PC, the revenue goes back to Sony. Sony's going to have more money to obviously fund more games, more studios and whatnot. And to me, it just makes sense. It's what Microsoft's been doing for years. You know, they've been taking the sales from Steam to help fund more games for their main console platform. Not every game's a hit as well, so maybe a game that doesn't sell that well on console, like Days Gone, could sell pretty well on PC and help it lead to getting a sequel. To me, it's just an interesting idea, and Sony hasn't really shown to embrace this yet. Because, for those who don't know, as gaming goes on, and as console generations go on, consoles become more and more niche. Because, well, PCs are getting cheaper. You've got stuff like the Steam Deck, which allows you to play all these games without having to have, really a PC. Like, I know it's quite expensive to get a Steam Deck, but obviously, if you get a Steam Deck and you've got a huge Steam library, you're set. And if Sony's going to keep releasing their games on Steam, then any revenue that they make from the sales is going to go back to Sony and they can fund more games. I also want to make an argument here that I don't think a lot of people are going to bring up, but consoles lose money. You know, the PlayStation and Xbox consoles are both consoles that Sony and Microsoft do sell at a loss to help make money off back off of software. So why not just not take the risk and put the game on a platform which you know will make you money just by putting the game on the platform? To me, that makes logical sense. I don't understand why people are against it, but I do think that some fans within the PlayStation community are a little bit up their own behinds when it comes to this, because obviously, I gotta admit, I do feel like Sony's doing nothing wrong here. Sony's actually offering their games to a wider audience. It's more increased revenue for the PlayStation division to then reinvest in new games and new properties and whatnot. To me, I don't see the issue. I don't understand why some PlayStation gamers are mad, but I do understand why some PC gamers are mad at the long wait. Like, I guess, like, if it's going to take time, like, just do it as a year. Like, don't have it like 2-3 years. Just do it a year exclusivity and then put them on Steam. And preferably you do them day and date, just to help increase sales and whatnot. But Sony's going to Sony, so there's that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments down below. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. I've been EFK. Leave your thoughts about it in the comments down below, and I'm signing out. Peace.